Hi, this is Laurent from AuthenticJustice in Madrid. And today I want to spend a few minutes with you to explore the notion of personal development or leadership development ecosystem. I want to bring the notion of ecosystem. Of course, the notion of ecosystem is new to no one. And if you're watching this, if you decided to click on that link, is because there is a curiosity for you about that. Ecosystem in the world of our activities is often something we think about because we want to achieve something. That's welcome, obviously. Today, we're going to watch or we're going to pay attention to the notion of ecosystem as a generative space which is informing our choices and informing what we want to accomplish and support us in accomplishing those. So it's a little bit of a different take. We're not here to go through a listicles of things to do and a discipline to develop so that we can go from A to B. Although going to B is interesting. What's even more interesting is to recognize, or at least to me, what's even more interesting, I think, for me and many of us, is to pay attention to the components or elements that we recognize and put in place to be the fertile ground for the manifestation or the expression of a quality of life and expression, which is going to help us to fruit or to think or innovate and create a life and a world that we want to live in. Not because it's going to look a certain way, because this is something we cannot anticipate. And proof is many things going on in the world out there, which is being created or is being created as a result of a very transactional, directed way of looking at things, but more being in touch or being aware and deliberate and also responsible for putting together a list of elements and components which are going to support and generate the quality of attention, intention, deliberation, choices, behavior, calibration, recalibration, pivoting, where we will learn to recognize the quality of presence, the quality of being, which is supporting us in making choices we can stand by, whether in our relationship or as relationships, or in the received information. And that ecosystem is, of course, always changing, as it does in the world, in the nature. That's happening all the time, and currently it's happening at a bit faster rate than we wish, at least as humans. I'm pretty sure some of those species are, although they're disappearing, there is a little bit of a let's get done with this. But that's another conversation for another time. But spending time in designing an ecosystem for yourself, where you can cultivate a balance, a right balance for the moment, manage the balance for the moment between things to do and things to be with, or between relaxing and resting and being active and engaged, or being peaceful and restful and being angry and utterly motivated and determined, requires that we pay attention to the way we engage with our life and the quality of our life through the health stuff, like physical activities, what we eat, how much we sleep, where we sleep, what's our habits around this, and the type of people we spend time with, as a conversation we engage with, and the practice of mindfulness and meditation we develop and how we develop them and with who, the community we belong to, the work we do and how we do that work, the things we accept, the things we refuse, the places and the cities we live in, the choice we make as adults, parents of our own children or other children, the way we grow our organization and the choices we make and the way we manage the mistake we do, and sometimes our failures or the difficulty we have to relate with what happened. All of this is composing our ecosystem. Whether it's a mental perspective, it's a physiological, it's an emotional, it's a sense, it's a felt sense. All of this generates help to grow, is a fertilizer. Basically, we are gardeners. We are the gardener, the garden, and the gardening at the same time. And this is happening all the time, and it cannot be otherwise. Because as humans, There is nothing permanent in what we do. Everything you see, everything you touch is renewed at all times. And it's true as well for the ideas we have, the behavior we have. There's a sort of a pull always taking place. And the illusion of certainty and the illusion of believing that we can control all this is, of course, ironic, it's paradoxical, and yet we hold on to it as if we're trying to hold on to a falling rock. So working on this, I think, is important. And today there is no solution, there is no answer from my part. Just wanted to provoke and evoke maybe some thinking on your end. Of course, if you're interested in this, there are many places to look at and we can be in conversation as well. But I simply want to underline the importance of this awareness. Thank you for watching.